Bitter criticism, morning edition. No wind. You know, here the wind is just in the afternoon. But now we are fine. There's almost visibility over there. The only problem today it is the too much sun. So always there's a problem here. We will always facing problems in life. But we always should be able to fix the problems with paper. With some papers like this. You can see it. But it's fine now, I guess. If the paper flies away, I will put it again. I will put more paper there. In order to skip the sun, to avoid the sun on the cell phone. And what can happen now? It is the laptop decharging. Oh, this laptop has a education ministry logo in the beginning, because this was like, as I said before, these laptops, how to say, government gives people laptops in school. So we left yesterday. We were reading part 1. Oh, it will be kind of messy, because it will be a little messy because of because I started reading another news from Pepe Escobar's Telegram. And now I open up his own article, and then I open his article, and his article is huge. So what I should did is, well, read, check it out, the news first, and then check the news and see the size of the news, and then I'm fixing this here, and then yesterday I should read other news, not this one, because this is too big. But I'm gonna read it anyway today, and it's too big, but it's nice. I'm not complaining. It's nice. Size is good. I'm talking about news, okay? Size is good. I mean, big size. Oh, I have a chronicle problem today because of the sun. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. And the wind is a kind of windy, a little wind. Maybe will blow up again. Anyway, I read the 4 yesterday. 5, the US as a most imperial entity, just a shell of military machinery deprived of an intelligence-driven culture, leading to accentuated military expansion in a phase of massive contraction of its industrial base. Sounds great. I mean, no, it sounds bad. Sounds interesting. But I have more problems today. which is the sun on the laptop. Look, there's a lot of problems today. Well, and then I will have a problem with the sun on my arms, but I will get cancer. That's no problem. That's no problem. You know, oh fuck. It's terrible, terrible wind. Terrible wind. I was thinking about have a like an umbrella, an umbrella for the camera itself. That would be great, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Still didn't do that. I still not doing that. It's terrible, 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 terrible. The tape I'm using is too soft too, so I have some problems. I don't know if I'm recording. The tape is not gluing, it's not sticking. So I guess now it's kind of fine. Oh, terrible. I will do an umbrella for the camera, but I didn't do yesterday. This is a morning, so here we go. Part 2, or part 2. So there's a lot of problems, but bitter criticism on me. Bitter criticism on myself. So, and then I lost myself. Accentuated military expansion in a phase of massive contraction of its industrial base. As Todd stresses, modern war without industry is an oxymoron. I guess I read this yesterday. 6. The demographic trap. Todd shows how Washington strategists forgot that a state whose population enjoys a high educational and technological level, even if it is decreasing, does not lose its military power. That is exactly the case of Russia during the Putin years. Yeah, I thought about Russia, not US. 7. Here we reach the crux of Todd's argument. His post-Max Weber reinterpretation of the Protestant ethic and the spirit of capitalism, published a little over a century ago. A century ago, in 1904 and 1905, if Protestantism was the matrix of the ascension of the West, this dead today is the cause of disintegration and defeat. Todd clearly defines how the 1688 English Glorious Revolution, the 1776 American Declaration of Independence, and the 1789 French Revolution were the true pillars of liberal West. Consequently, an expanding West is not historically liberal because it also engineered I don't know how to spell this. Engineered Italian fascism, German Nazism, and Japanese militarism. Japanese militarism. That's interesting because I guess it's Japanese imperialism, maybe, but who knows? Japan, they conquer the whole Pacific Ocean, isn't it? Or the whole Asia anyway, the whole Oceania, maybe. In a nutshell, Todd shows how Protestantism imposed universal literacy on the populations it controlled, because all faithful must directly access the Holy Scriptures. Because all faithful and must directly access the Holy Scriptures. I didn't get that, but it's my problem. A literate population is capable of economic and technological development. The Protestant religion modeled by accident a superior, efficient workforce, and it is in this sense that Germany was at the heart of Western development. Even if the Industrial Revolution took place in England. Well, I kinda confused myself. Pepe Escobar maybe is confused. It's confusing too. Why I lost myself here in the 3 point. Oh, militarism. Todd's key formulation is indisputable. The crucial factor of the ascension of the West was Protestantism attachment to alphabetization. Moreover, Protestantism, Todd stresses, strikes at the heart of the history of the West via the educational and economic drive, with fear of damnation and the need to feel chosen by God, engendering a work ethic and a strong collective morality, and via the ideal that men are unequal. Remember white man's burden. The collapse of Protestantism could not but destroy the work ethic to the benefit of mass greed. That is neoliberalism. Military police guard the presidential palace in Quito, Ecuador. What? Oh, this is another news, I guess. Another news, yeah. I have these problems because I just copy on the notepad. I don't have Word. Microsoft Word. 8. Number 8. Todd's sharp critique of the spirit of 1968 will merit a whole new book. We refer to one of the great illusions of the 1960s between Anglo-American sexual revolution and May 68 in France. to believe that the individual will be greater if freed from the collective. That led to an inevitable debacle. Now that we are free, and mazed from metaphysical beliefs, foundational and derived, communist, socialist, or nationalist, we live the experience of the void, and that's how we became mimetic midgets who do not dare to think by themselves, but reveal themselves as capable of intolerance and the believers of ancient times. Yeah, I guess nihilism is not that great, but active nihilism, well, to me, nihilism is good because it's refreshing, I know that I will die someday, so I don't take anything serious, I call that nihilism, active nihilism, to refresh myself, So I don't need to go to. I don't need to take a holiday in Aruba or any place, I just think about death. That's my holiday, thinking about death and how good is life, right here, for example, how good life it is here. It's great, it's awesome. So anyway, 9 thoughts brief analysis of deeper meaning of transgenderism completely shatters the crush of woke from New York to the EU sphere, and will provoke serial feats of range. He shows how transgenderism is one of the flags of this nihilism that now defines the West. This drive to destroy not just things and humans, but reality. Well, as I said, nihilism to me, active nihilism is great because I'm not hurting no one, I'm just amazed that by everything I don't hurting even a fly, even an ant. I just amazed about the biology, I guess. So yeah. So I have no dogmas, but I respect all the dogmas. Understand? I respect all dogmas, but I don't have dogmas, or I don't know in English, but mandamientos, and understand? I don't have obligations neither. I'm kinda hippie, I don't care about monetization on YouTube. Well, I need 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe, comment. No, call your grandmother to subscribe too. That's why I don't care, because I can by myself create 1,000 accounts and subscribe and get monetized, I guess. So no, what I do care about is speaking in English, that's it. Practice my English for IELTS, not TOEFL. Never TOEFL. TOEFL robbed me $400. But anyway, 10 Europe's assisted suicide. That's good. That's interesting. Europe's assisted suicide thought reminds us how Europe at the start was the Franco-German couple. After the 2007-2008 financial crisis that turned it into a patriarchic marriage with Germany as a dominant spouse, not listening to his companion anymore, the EU abandoned any pretension of defending Europe's interests Yeah, maybe. Well, this is kind of maybe Pepe Escobar is facing marriage problems, isn't it, Pepe? But who cares? Are you a male chauvinist, Pepe? How is your wife? I'm sorry, but I can. He's right. Women take poor decisions. Women take terrible decisions. I don't know any Latin women, any Spanish women, any Hispanic women taking good decisions. That's not true. The EU abandoned any pretension of defining Europe's interests, cutting itself off from energy and trade with its partner Russia, and sanctioning itself, thought it identifies correctly the Paris-Berlin axis replaced by the London-Warsaw-Kiev. London-Warsaw-Kiev axis. That was the end of Europe as an autonomous geopolitical actor. And that happened only 20 years after the joint opposition by France, Germany to the neocon war on Iraq. I didn't knew that. Yeah, they oppose. I didn't thought about that. Stupid dogs. They're playing there. Hopefully, well, that's super strange, dude. I don't know if they were gonna kill themselves. I hope not. I hope they're just playing. Milu! They were like tense, but anyway. "11. Thought correctly defines nature by plunging into their unconscious. We know that its military, ideological, and psychological mechanism does not exist. I lost myself. To protect Western Europe, but to control it. I missed that, but anyway, sorry, Pepe, but I just want to go to the end of this and read the next one. 12. In tandem with several analysts in Russia, China, Iraq, and among independents in Europe, thought is sure that the US obsession since 1990s to cut off Germany from Russia will lead to failure. Sooner or later, they will collaborate, and their economic specializations define them as complementary. The defeat in Ukraine will open the path as a gravitational force, reciprocally seduces Germany and Russia. But I didn't hear that podcast yet, but they say that this war in Ukraine or in Europe will last 6 years. Well, who knows, but I hope this happens soon. This 17 point or 12 or 11, 12, yeah. Before that, is unlikely. Virtually any Western analyst across the mainstream NATO sphere understands that Moscow is set to win against the whole NATO. Not merely Ukraine, profiting from a window of opportunity identified by Putin in early 2022. Todd bets on a window of 5 years, that is an endgame by 2027. It's enlightening to compare with Defense Minister Shoigu. On the record, last year the SMO will end by 2025. Whatever the deadline in building, all this is a total Russia victory, with the winner dictating all terms. No negotiations, no ceasefire, no frozen conflict. As the hegemon is now desperate spinning. Members of US US 10th Army Air and Missile Defense Command stands next to a Patriot surface-to-air missile battery during the NATO multinational ground-based air defense units exercise Tobruk Legacy 2017 at the Xiaoliai Air Base, some 230 kilometers, 144 miles east of the capital Vilnius, Lithuania, on July 2017. Sputnik International. Well, maybe this is nothing. Yeah, this is nothing. This is just another headline. Todd's ample merit to so evident in the book is to use history and anthropology to take Western society false consciousness to the divine, and that's how focusing for instance in the study of very specific family structures in Europe, he manages to explain reality in a way that totally escapes the brainwashed collective West masses lingering under turbo neoliberalism. It goes without saying that Todd's reality-based book will not be a hit among the Davos elites. What's happening this week in Davos has been immensely enlightening. Everything is out in the open. From all the usual suspects, the toxic EU, Medusa von der Leyen, NATO's warmongering Stoltenberg, BlackRock, JP Morgan, and assorted honchos shaking hands with their sweatshirt toy in Kiev. The triumph of the West. Message is monolithic. War is peace. Ukraine is not. Italic mind losing and Russia is not winning. If you disagree with us or anything, you will be censored for hate speech. We want the new world order, whatever you lowly peasant think. And that was the news, I guess. And we want it now, yeah. And if all fails, a prefabricated disease X is coming to get you. Well, I guess it's all right. I mean, it's all true. That's all true, I guess. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do my yoga, dude, because I'm an old man. I don't know about you, Pepe, but I am an old man. True yoga time. And let's see. So this is completely shit today. The the technicians are fired, which is me again. I'm fired. We will listen some samba, yeah. I don't know if you can see this. Not Kiss, it's not Kiss band, but I like it anyway. And that was samba, Brazilian carnival, yeah, woo! That was all. And here we go again. Here we go again with the newses. The newses. That was commercial like. And what else? Well, so I have another news from Pepe from but yeah, people say that there will be a 5 years, 6 years war. So I have a lot of time here in Chile, I guess, isn't it? But you know, here is terrible. Chile is awful. You know, nothing works here. Liberalism, social democracy, communism, nothing, you know. Those people are alcoholics. So this is shit, you know. So yeah, it's terrible to live here. I'm kind of prison here. Yeah, I'm in prison. People is absolutely ugly and stupid, and they have all the problems in the world. And well, they have all the defects in the world, you know. So this is a news from the bigger geopolitical channel in the world, which is, I don't remember, Tyler Burden. I don't remember the name, but anyway, this is aside from Pepe itself. A technicality could sink South Africa's genocide case versus Israel at The Hague. Tyler Burden's photo by Tyler Burden, Thursday, January 18th, yesterday. via Consortium News, but it's not Consortium News, it's, I don't remember now. In its defense, last Friday, before the World Court against allegations by South Africa that it is committing genocide in Gaza and must be stopped, Israel made a legal argument that could torpedo the cause if the court buys it. In order to claim to reach the International Court of Justice, there must be an established dispute between two states. Israel's argument is that such a dispute was never established, and thus the ECJ lacks jurisdiction to hear South Africa's claim. So there will be a political outcry from those who seek to stop Israel's ongoing slaughter in Gaza if the court decides to dismiss the case on this technicality. But given the pressure the court is not bound feeling from the United States, Germany and other allies of Israel, it might be the best, if not the only way, for the court to escape without having to decide that it's merely plausible that Israel is committing genocide. The World Court in The Hague, here in South Africa, versus Israel, ECJ, that is the bar that needs to be met at this preliminary stage of the case for the court to issue provisional measures to order Israel to cease its military operation. The dispute over a dispute. Last Thursday, South Africa tried to build a case, probably in anticipation of Israel's bid, that this was indeed a dispute between Israel and South Africa. It indeed belonged before the World Court. John Duggar, a South African professor of international law, told the court the South African government repeatedly voiced its concerns in the Security Council and in public statements that Israel's actions had become genocidal. On 10 November, in a formal diplomatic demarche, it informed Israel. It informed Israel that while it condemned the actions of Hamas, it wanted the International Criminal Court, ICC, to investigate the leadership of Israel for international crimes. On 17th November, South Africa referred Israel's commission of a crime of genocide to the International Criminal Court for vigorous investigation. In announcing this decision, President Ramaphosa publicly expressed his abhorrence for what is happening right now in Gaza. This is now turned into a concentration camp where genocide is taking place. To accuse a state of committing acts of genocide and to condemn it in such strong language is a major act on the part of a state. At this stage, it became clear that there was a serious dispute between South Africa and Israel, which will end only with the end of Israel's genocidal acts. South Africa repeated this accusation at a meeting of BRICS on 21 November 2023 at the emergency special session of the United States of the United Nations General Assembly on 12 December 2023. No response from Israel was forthcoming. None was necessary. By this time, the dispute had crystallized as a matter of law. This was confirmed by Israel's official and unequivocal denial on 6 December 2023 that it was committing genocide in Gaza. Anyway, this is a whole too long news. To me, it's too long, you know. Well, that's interesting, but anyway, this might became a right-wing program, but I'm not from right-wing, you know. I'm just think that, well, we have a huge problem in, well, I see this from the anthropological point of view. What is Israel? What are the Jews today? How is the world? Maybe I'm ignorant, you know. Maybe I'm ignorant, but people say that Jews controls the world finances, and well, I have money on the bank. I have money in the bank, so I'm supporting Israel. You know, I never think about it. I don't have an. I actually have a. I do have a Palestine shirt, but I have. That's not important, you know. That's not important to have a shirt, to have a flag, you know. That doesn't matter. You know, when I bought this shirt or a flag, when I bought it, I was paying money to Jews. Understand? I was there paying money for Jews. And that's the important question, you know? That's the only important question. That's my opinion, you know? And that's how the world is going. I'm critical about the world, you know? I'm critical about the world, but I know the world functions like that. What can I say? Jews? What can I say? Jew people, they are even older than African people. That's what I think. You know, it's kind of too critic, maybe too bitter, but what Palestinians need to do is dispute finances. You know, dispute the finances system. What Africans should do is dispute financial system too. You know, there should be a financial whole system of African. There should be a financial whole system of Palestine. You know, Palestinians should move to the U.S. and substitute the Jews, because everybody make trade. You know, everybody trade. Look, this shirt, for example, is second-hand to me, but I buy it with money, you know. I use money. At some point, I am supporting Israel too. That's what I want to say. Everything that you buy supports Israel. Everything. A Palestinian shirt, for example. This is pretty ironic, but this is true.